Let me check. I was just sitting here before. It's New Year's Eve, so happy New Year's Eve to everyone. I was just thinking about change, things that I'm doing. We can either be proactive in our life, or we can be just be doing like stagnated, right? So I was thinking about change. I want change, and so with change, we know that it comes with a mindset, right? If I want to stop drinking, if I'm an alcoholic, I have to change my company that I keep. I have to stay away from the places, people, and things in order for the success of what I'm looking for to come. So I was thinking that most times when we're asking for change, we haven't made a consideration that we really want it from within, right? Someone may be saying to us, "You girl, you need to stop doing this. You know, it's not good for you." I know I'm told people in my family, stop drinking. Stop doing the drugs or whatever. And of course, no one wants to hear a correction, right? But I think about every time they was clean, that they would go right back to the same people. At first, they would be strong enough for a few days to withhold them, but eventually they would go back to those same people, places, and things. It's 11:35 a.m. where I'm at. I'm in Eastern Time, so good morning. And we I know for myself, I'm talking for myself first. Every time I've ever prayed, or every time I ever wrote it in my journal, if I ever made like New Year's about to come around, a New Year's resolution, I didn't really plan for it. I didn't plan for it. I just said what I was going to do. I'm going to stop eating. I'm going to stop eating meats. I'm going to start just eating vegetables. Or I would say, or I'm going to lose 50 pounds. And I have a goal I have set, but it's about as far as it go. I'm trying to remember who it was. I don't know if it was Benjamin. It was, what was his name? I can't think of his name. He was a scientist. Oh, God. My brain is like a brain fart today. But anyway, he said, if you plan to succeed, you must plan, right? And if you fail, it's because you failed to plan. I think that's how it goes, something like that. And I was thinking, I said, I'm really serious about my spiritual journey. I'm really, I know people may think, what's wrong with her? She, this and that. It's nothing wrong with me. I'm in a spiritual journey. I'm in the one that I want to see positive, and I want to see it consistent. So two things happen with change. One, you have to make a plan. So I have a journal over there. I've been writing down what I want to see for myself, things I want to accomplish. I've been told for many years about the books I was supposed to write about my story. And I attempted to write 2 books, but they were about fiction. But I think the book I'm supposed to write is about my life. Even though it's shameful in some parts because my siblings going to be affected by it. My mother's name may be scarred a little bit because I have to be honest in it. And I think that was what caused me to become complacent, right? So in order for us to see change, we have to start thinking differently and doing differently. You can't just say, well, I'm going to do better, but you don't start walking in those, or you start walking in the fruits of doing better, but it's only a short-lived thing because you didn't plan and you didn't stay motivated to do the same things you did the day before so you can see the same results on the next day. So I hope this is making sense. So I was sitting here thinking I want to change my whole house. So I've been praying about new furniture. So that means I'm going to have to stop spending money on things that's frivolous and start showing God and showing myself first that I'm so serious. So I'm going to start planning, right, to get this furniture. I want my whole house done from the back washroom all the way to the front living room. And I have to start planning. So I'm writing down what I want. So these goals that I'm setting and the change I want to see, I'm mentally instilling it. They say if you repeat something 7 times, I went to one of my manager conferences, when you repeat something 7 times, it gets into the subconscious. So I have to say to myself every day, this is what I want to see, and what I want to see, I have to believe it. So I have to use my mind's eye along with my words to start getting a locomotive move in my mind that makes sense. My mindset and all of my faculties are walking in the same goals. So I hope that makes sense what I see I'm trying to say. So if you want to see change, you want to see change in your relationships, you have to go first and you have to get rid of everything you remember about that relationship and you start afresh. If you want to see change on your job, you be the influencer. I was thinking about the TikTok influencers and Instagram influencers, YouTube. They are consistent. You see them uploading 3, 4, 5 videos a day. Over the weekends, like they just be on this clock. Every few minutes, you see a new video there because they're sincere about what they're going after. They want to see a change in their subscribers. They want to see a change in their content creation. So they begin to challenge themselves and they begin to do something towards what they're saying. Um, so I just wanted to leave that today. I think it's important. So even my approach, how I'm coming on live now, I'm gonna see a change because I'm a plan it. When you do something spontaneous, you're not really thinking it through. You're just doing it. But when you plan, you're thinking things out and you're being methodical about it. So I wanted to just share that today. How you doing, Shoshin? I want to just share that today and just to say someone, it's not impossible to have your dream. You just have to have a plan. And with the plan, you have to have a direction. One of the things they taught us when I was taking speech in high school was you have to know your audience. And you got to understand the information that you're getting ready to give them. Is this something that's relatable? So if you're not talking about something that's relatable, most times you're going to lose the people interest. Probably even with this right here. If you don't plan, you will fail. This New Year's, I don't know what your goals are. I'm not setting goals. I'm making decisions, right? So this New Year's, I'm making decisions to read more books, to begin to grow more spiritually, to walk unafraid. I was listening to one of these blogs, Storm. I can't remember the Storm something show. He had a lady on there, and they were talking, and they were saying about how Christians come into their comment section and they have all of this information. They said all the religions, we are the most judgmental religion and of believers, and I believe that. We're so quick to tell people they're going to hell. Why not give them the keys to walk away from the door of it? We're so busy talking about, God loves, but turn around and we carry the mind of God through our characteristics to make people feel like maybe that's not what I want, so they start looking somewhere else. Live the life that you teach. You don't have to go and preach people everywhere and every day, but live a life that defines who you say you are. I think Tasha K was saying that she was Buddhist. I didn't judge her. That's her choice. And I was thinking, where did we get this hatred from? Christians don't even believe that we walk in. I'm talking about change still now. We're talking about we love God, but nowhere have I found Jesus going in the 4 Gospels telling people they're going to hell. He was always trying to show them there's a way around this conversation without even having to acknowledge it. Even those that the enemy got on their shoulders to try to condemn him, he didn't condemn them. And if he did, it's because at that time it warranted. But we have no right to go to everybody's lives and everybody whatever and to tell them about they're going to go to hell because they don't believe like we believe. He lived a life that even the demons were subject to him. Why do we have to tell them they need to be subject to us? There's no way. And even when they were calling out who he was, he told them to be quiet. We don't have to go around talking about we're prophetess and we're apostles and we all this stuff. We're all looking for self-gratification. And the more I look at it, the more I say, Lord, I'm ashamed of this thing. It's bad when you get to a place where you're questioning who are you associated with or who you say that you know together, right? My daughters can tell people that I am the mama and da. But when those people come around me, I don't exemplify the characteristics that they have explained to them. It's going to make them wonder who y'all talking about. Or vice versa. I tell my children's friends that I'm a Christian, but my children are not acting like one. They're going to say, your mama didn't raise you right. Who's at fault, right? So we got to stop doing that. It's maybe what they're doing is not right, but who are we to tell them? The lady that was being interviewed, she said, one lady said she was going to hell. She said, you'll be there with me. And I said, woo, that was deep. And the reason why she's saying that is because you sit here condemning me. You're judging me. You got a dagger in my throat and telling me that God loves me at the same time. How can that be? That's why I believe so many young children today, the reason why they won't change is because they don't see change anywhere. So if we're going to say we're going to do something, let's stick to it. And I don't know how I got to that topic about that, but I guess that's important to put in there. I'm rethinking a lot of things. I'm rethinking friendships. I'm rethinking everything. And part of you want to have that camaraderie. You want to have that unity with people. But I was listening about a twin flame and then a soulmate, and they said, the lady was teaching that you can have a soulmate in a relationship, but you also gonna have soulmates as friends. But if these people that you call your friends have no idea who you are, you got to keep telling them who you are, and you got to keep reminding them your boundaries. Then maybe it's time to change those conversations. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think loneliness is the 2024 is not going to be like 2020. Who cares if you're lonely? I would rather be lonely and I wait on God to talk to me versus having people in my life that cannot sense God talking to me. That makes sense? I need people in my life, this journey, who are either going to push me into the direction I need to go or just be removed. And that's one of the changes I have on my thing is to start cutting people off and stop worrying about people's opinions. Because at the end of the day, their opinions don't matter. It's what you see and think of yourself that's going to be your end result. It's going to determine your destination. So y'all be encouraged. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas tomorrow. I'm not going to do any lives after the day unless I'm told to. And I don't plan on doing anything tomorrow. I've been quiet and I love it. Just a peaceful place. This is a peaceful place. I feel peace. It's like my room is peaceful. Everything about my day is peaceful. And I just thank God so far of giving me something. Of course, my mother's anniversary of her death is tomorrow. And so I'm already ready for it. I'm not going to be in a dark place. I just choose to change. I've been praying over my YouTube channel. I'm expecting change 2024. I thank God that He's going to make it happen. He's going to show me the direction. And you know what, Shoshin, I don't want any more compliments. Compliments is like a setup to me. Because people say one thing and I hear their conversations in my spirit after the conversation. I learned that every people in my life that call me friend, as long as I'm on their wave, as long as I'm talking like they want, I'm moving and shaking like they want, I'm a good friend. It's when I don't agree or don't follow the lead that then they start questioning my mindset, start questioning my motive. Who I am, I say I am. I don't have to prove that to anybody anymore. I just have to live the life God gave me. And since my days are numbered, I have to live them consciously and intentionally. So I believe that the true friends that I need in my life, people that really are for me and have no hidden agenda, God will place those people in my way. And the people that need to be on these lives, as I grow, they'll grow. He's going to bring those. Of course, I'm going to have naysayers and all that. So change means I have to be the pros and cons of everything and just keep my one foot in front of the other. And to God be the glory. Well, I was going to do 10 minutes, so I did 13. That's good. Thank you, Shoshin, for coming by. I appreciate you. Tell the kids hello for me. Y'all have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Christmas holiday. God bless you. Bye-bye.